So with that said, we'll move on to item 6B, approval of 2012-13 district property and liability insurance rates.
Well, in your package or embedded is the 2012-13 liability insurance premium comparisons that we put together. We didn't bid this year. We typically bid every other year. So next year we'll go out and bid again. And we did see an approximate, it's an actual probably closer to a $28,000 increase on insurances. When you see the actual increase of $21,227 plus our dividend is actually about $6,502, or $520 less than it was previously. And you can see where the increases have come in. Workers' compensation accounts for about $10,714 of that increase. And this is when staff start to hear us, you need to use a ladder, you need to wear shoes in the winter that you're going to be able to get across that slippery patch and not slip and slide on your back and hit your head or tear a knee up or a shoulder or whatever it might be, and also just worker safety programs. You know, we do a pretty good job. We're about average. We're not stellar. We got room to work, but nor are we terrible either. You look at the work comp modification number that we have, but as you can see this year we had an increase of about $10,714. So when we talk about light duty, getting staff back to work, it's really important that we get them back to work as soon as possible. We don't want them to be paying them to stay at home. We don't want to bring them in while they're hurt, but if the doctor is giving them clearance for light duty, we try to get them in as quickly as possible. And again, for the whole primary reason to get this number down. You'll never get it down to zero, but if we could get it, below 200,000, I'd feel better about that. So that's kind of our goal. If we could get it down to zero, those would be dollars that we could apply to programming, but that's not a fact of life. We have 500 employees. The other one just baffles me because I knew it was going to happen last year. Last year, our property insurance was $23,692, and they gave us about a $12,000 bonus last year. So I'm thinking in the back of my head, that's really nice, but why don't you just keep it, because I know what's going to happen next year, and that's exactly what happened. We're seeing an $8,600 increase. Hopefully next year it will drop back down somewhere in the mid-20s for property insurance, but those two alone are combining for the most significant portion of the increase. The dividend goes up and down based on what's going on in the insurance industry. So again, we don't have any control of that, but the lower our workers' comp, the less the impact that has. You can see with a 32% dividend, we're still getting about $67,000 on our workers' comp. So information for you, this is all in the budget already that was just presented, so just asking for you to approve the 2012-13 liability insurance rates for next year.
Okay, I would look for a motion then to approve those liability rates.
I'll make a motion to approve those insurance liability rates for 2012-13.
Okay.
I'll second.
So we have a motion and a second to approve the 2012-2013 district property and liability insurance rates that were just presented. Are there any other questions or any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye. Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries, and so those insurance rates are approved.